Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ring Post Radio, the only podcast that
Doesn't know the beginning.
that doesn't know doesn't know where to begin. I'm your host Ryan Knightsey, and with me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, Scotty Edwards. Scotty, how you doing on this fine Sunday morning?
Just dandy. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, life goes on, busy couple weeks ahead, busy couple months ahead for myself.
Mhm.
Obviously the G1 started this weekend, so busy already started for many people, for wrestling fans
Yeah.
around the world, obviously. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about a little bit of everything today.
Yeah, we're definitely bouncing around the globe today. We have news from New Japan, from WWE, from CMLL, Stardom, TNA, just bouncing around all over the place today for Ring Post Radio. So I'm ready to get,
ECW. No, I'm sorry.
yeah, WWE's in there too. AEW, mysterious by their absence, but I guess they're kind of linked to the CMLL stuff, but kind of in the way that they are linked. They are definitely linked.
They're very much linked.
So yeah, we got a lot to get to. I don't exactly know where to start because it doesn't really feel like there's like a clean number one thing to talk about. So I'll give you the option there, Scotty. Do we want to talk New Japan first, WWE, or TNA? Because I do think TNA should be up there because there's actually a big deal to talk
You
about.
know what? Let's talk TNA first because it happens tonight.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yes,
And
tonight.
because you're a total nonstop maniac,
Yeah, where the apples
Well,
will
you
be
used to
flying.
be. You used to be.
Yeah, the
Rest
apples
in
will be
peace.
flying tonight for TNA Slammiversary in the UBS Arena, Long Island, New York. This is a big time arena. This is the arena that I believe AEW has typically run for their
Yeah.
TV. So TNA is running Slammiversary. As of an hour ago, WrestleTix put an update,
Wow.
Scotty,
There we
that
go.
the current distribution of tickets is 6,450 tickets. If you're wondering what the record is stateside for TNA, the record is 6,700. They are they are maybe a walk ups away from
Oh, they're gonna
breaking.
beat it.
Yeah, from breaking their all time attendance record in the States.
Wow.
They do have better attendance in two London shows, 7,800, respectively. But I don't think they're gonna break
Wow.
those. But they're very close to breaking their attendance record in the States at the very least. And I think part of the big reason here, Scotty, is that we are getting the return of AJ Styles, WWE's own AJ Styles, back to TNA. We don't know, I believe, at this point in time, what capacity he is returning in. Maybe is he going to wrestle? Is he going to cut a promo? Is he going to kick off a feud or something? I don't know. But as of right now, TNA returns the return of AJ Styles. So we'll preview the show and talk about this sort of thing. But right off the bat, I mean, the fact that they're loading up this show with WWE support in a big time arena in the UBS Arena. This is Slammiversary. This is one of their big shows, obviously. What how do you think, Scotty? How did TNA get to this point? What happened here? How did they get to? How were they able to pull out this number out of their ass?
I mean, okay, you got to start this the right way. You actually have to give them credit. I know. I'm against it too.
The credit is due. I'm giving them the
I
credit.
don't want to give them the credit either, but you gotta. Like this is. I remember when they announced this arena, everyone's like, "Huh? What?
Good
Why?
luck.
Good luck."
I believe
Everyone
they
probably,
announced it before, like at the beginning of the year, before
yeah,
everything fell apart, and then it was like,
right.
okay, guys, sure.
I thought it was like all in the same week. It felt like it was.
Mhm.
So you gotta give them credit. You gotta give TNA credit for making the moves necessary to make this happen. Um, Obviously WWE gets some credit as well. I think it would be silly not to. But listen, here's the thing. Before AJ Styles, I don't know what the tickets were, but they were pretty decent if I remember correctly, at least for TNA, right? I think they were like probably like 4 or 5 around there, and then since he's been announced, they've really taken a big jump. And that was just with NXT people. So like it's not like they were piling in like superstars. It was checks the card. Dark State, I don't know what that is. JC Jane and Trick Williams. That's who they sent in.
Yeah.
Right? So like I don't think those three are necessarily like draws. Yes, they're on WWE and you sell the show on NXT. And I think that's probably a big part of it, right? They've had from what I've seen clips of, the contract signing on NXT. Masha's shown up on NXT. I couldn't tell you if the Dark State and who are they fighting? Matt Cardona in the System. I don't know if they showed up on NXT.
I don't think
like
so.
they've been able to tell the story or part of the story on WWE television. That certainly helps. But yeah, they have put together something that people are excited for. And the cherry on top absolutely is the return of AJ Styles to TNA, which was even a thing I saw, and I was like, well, I gotta watch it now because like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like AJ back in TNA is a like monumental thing. When you think of TNA, you think of AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. So that's really cool. I thought the way they kind of revealed it was cool. And hey, good for TNA. I hope they hit a home run tonight because you only get one of these chances, right?
Yeah. You have to you are teed up to make such an impression. You have to nail this.
Mhm.
And you're right. There is an element of like this isn't like full on TNA of its own doing. There is a lot of like WWE, the WWE machine helping them, right?
Sure.
Trick Williams is the world champion. You got the women's champ in NXT, which not the biggest things, but that is notable. But obviously AJ Styles. As I can see, WrestleTix, when AJ Styles got announced, there was a 1070 tickets sold when AJ Styles got announced, and then the next day 800 plus tickets got sold.
He pretty much
And then
shifted
today
2,000.
95 more got sold. So pretty much like you could probably argue AJ Styles moved 1,800 tickets
That's crazy.
on his name alone.
That's pretty
Which
insane.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Him getting announced probably pushed them over to potentially having the biggest attendance in TNA history. It's stateside and at least modern. When I look at those like data points, by the way, it's like the last time they were that high was like 2014, 2013. This is like purely in a decade, the best attendance they'll ever have.
Yeah.
Even if they don't break the record, the best attendance they'll ever have in at least a decade.
TNA, as
quite
we've
crazy.
all called, is the company that will never die. And to be doing this in a North American wrestling scene that includes WWE and AEW is all the more impressive, no matter how you swing it. So
Yeah,
credit to them all the more.
yeah.
But they got to stick the landing.
Gotta stick the landing, and I guess the question is, will this card be able to stick the landing? I don't know. I'm sort of dubious about it, Scotty. There is a lot of, and that's the other thing about TNA, lot of WWE influence all over this card, which is kind of what TNA has always been, but also not. I don't feel like to this degree.
I don't know about that. I feel like they've always. I mean, this is just younger people now. Usually, it's older WWE wrestlers.
That's fair.
Like usually, there's like 12 of the Hardys, not just those two.
Sure.
Like they have youth on their side this time.
Sure. Well, let's go through the card and see if they can hold up and slam dunk this.
I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. This potentially is the pre-show. I'm not entirely positive, but these sort of things tend to be on a pre-show. The TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships, the Elegance brand. Of course, this is Ash by Elegance and whoever she's tag teaming with. Heather, I believe Heather Elegance. And then I believe they've already returned, but this is for the return for the titles, the Inspiration, for Peyton Royce, Billy Kay. I think it's Cassie Lee, and I forget what the other one's name is.
Jessie McKay,
yes. And then also here we have on the countdown. Yes, both of these shows are on the countdown. The other match is going to be 6-man tag where it's sort of a feud with an indie promotion, if you can believe it, Scotty. Fourth Rope Wrestling. This is Jake Something, Steve Macklin, and Mance Warner taking on the Fourth Rope Wrestling team of the real one, Enzo Amore, formerly known as Enzo Amore.
God.
Josh Bishop, and the real one heavyweight champion, Zilla Fatu, which I believe is the son of Umaga.
I've never seen a signing or whatever you want to call this of, all right, time for you guys to test them out for us.
Yeah.
Than that
one. Let's see what this Fatu can do. Because if this Fatu guy, he has to have a great performance. Otherwise, I mean, even if he just has a good performance, TNA will probably push him really hard.
If you want a good sign of like how TNA is, which isn't great still, I'd argue, they have Jake Something, Mance Warner, and Steve Macklin on the pre-show.
3 guys that I greatly enjoy.
Yeah,
especially Jake Something.
Sorry, continue.
And then also on the countdown is the busted open panel, but who gives a shit about that? We're moving on.
Could not care less.
Main card. What we got here is the System and Matt Cardona versus Dark State, which is the evil sort of heel faction in NXT right now.
Faction.
They're just they're 4 Michael Tarvers. That's basically who they are. But you do get the returning tag team of Matt Cardona and Kurt Hawkins. So I know you're jam packed excited for that, Scotty.
Oh baby, here we go.
Yeah, special singles match: Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell.
Oh, okay.
Special singles match: Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
I mean, that was really cool. Like 7, 8 years ago.
The heart and soul of 205 Live battling once more,
which I think they've referenced in the build-up.
It is the feud is based off of they are the former heart and soul of 205 Live.
Who wants to tell them? Who wants to tell them that 205 Live does not matter?
Hasn't existed in a very long time, boys.
And even when it did existed, no one cared.
But again, what we're talking about here is that like it's built off the story is built off the backs of WWE, and to a certain degree, is that necessarily a bad thing, right? I mean, I don't know, because I do enjoy when you acknowledge feuds from other companies and acknowledge history of other companies. But I think it's so in isolation, this is an interesting story beat, an interesting match to do. But then you add in all of the NXT wrestlers, WWE wrestlers in here as well. It makes it a little less clean, I guess, for my liking.
Well, I've never called TNA clean. Continue.
For the X Division title, Moose versus Leon Slater. Are they gonna finally do something with Leon Slater here?
Moose has been champion for 266 days.
And so you're saying he should be champion for 267?
No, I am not.
I would love for them to actually do something with Leon Slater.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
I'm dubious. Very dubious.
Title reign has included defense. Are you ready for this? Sure. This title reign has included defense against Laredo Kid, Kushida.
I'm surprised Laredo Kid got a title match with all the losses he eats.
Jeff Hardy.
Sure.
Lexis King.
What?
This is a crazy title reign. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. That all those people are included in this title reign. And I know the craziest part.
That was the AAA show. El Macias.
Do you know who he beat for the belt? Mike Bailey.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, that is a title reign and a half. Not a good one. Just a title reign.
The turnover in this company is what this company was at the beginning of the year versus now is legitimately
all
crazy.
Those people I just named do no longer wrestle in the company or never did, outside of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Jeff Hardy, for the World Tag Team titles, the TNA World Tag Team titles, in a ladder match, of course, you gotta have to. The Hardy Boys, the Hardys, the Nemeths, the champions, the Rascals, and of course, First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro.
Nothing says a ladder match like Top Dollar, baby.
Is Top Dollar going to do his
running flip thing?
His attempted tope into a running botched flip because this is a WWE super minor pay-per-view.
I hope so.
Because they're obviously trying to appeal to the WWE audience here, and you almost want to do that with AJ Francis, or maybe you don't. I don't know.
I don't think you want to do anything with AJ Francis if you're trying to appeal to a WWE audience, but I digress. Yeah, that's a match. That is a match. Jeff Hardy's going to do something stupid. Way too stupid.
I think it has a chance of being good. I think it could be a good match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a ladder match. I've seen so many.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Hardys and you're like, okay, well, Hardy's in a ladder match. Let's hope for the best, you know?
Yep. But the Rascals are always
both like
Rascals are always pretty solid. AJ Francis, weirdly good hardcore wrestler.
Okay.
Ryan Nemeth.
You don't have to like talk this.
He's in attendance.
Ryan Nemeth is there.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for the bright spots. I think in terms of a preview, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander. That should be a good match. That should legitimately be a really good match.
All right, easy. Good was fine. Really good. I haven't seen either of them wrestle in like a year. I haven't seen Cedric Alexander wrestle in forever. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Can we at least agree that that's probably the best match of the card so far, Red?
Oh, by far.
Yeah, I mean that's
the others have Moose and,
and Tessa.
The System, which is also Moose. and Tessa. Oof.
And Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth.
AJ Francis.
I mean, come on. I mean, there's a reason they're referencing 205 Live. They've had a good match together before. Mm-hmm. None of these other people could say that.
Mm-hmm. We also have a TNA Slammiversary TNA Knockouts World Championship versus the NXT Women's Championship. Title versus title. Masha Slamovich versus JC Jane. And I would have loved to see more if it was Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich. That I think would have been even better. But no, of course, it's going to be JC Jane.
That would have been kind of silly because Jordan Grace has wrestled there like forever.
Yeah, but Masha Slamovich versus Jordan Grace would have been a great match. It's more of my point there.
Is this disrespect towards JC Jane right now?
JC Jane's a solid wrestler. I do enjoy a little JC Jane.
All right. You've been redeemed.
Do you think Masha is going to win the NXT title, or is NXT going to win take another?
I do actually think Masha wins.
Really? Why do you think?
I do. I don't know. I just feel like JC Jane winning does nothing for anyone, you know, and that's probably why it happens. But I feel like they want a winner out of this match. Like my thing would be like probably just have no one win, and just move on and false hope, whatever. But I think Masha wins because I think Masha can lose to a heel Blake Monroe.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because JC's heel, so it's like weird,
Yeah.
And Jordan Grace is probably getting called up sooner than later and won't ever hold this belt. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Even though they did just kick off a feud with Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I mean that can go through literally one pay-per-view. With NXT, it's not like it matters. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think that's maybe the direction. I mean, it'd be cool for Masha to get that spot, but if JC Jane wins, what a continued glow up from kind of second in command of whatever the name of her faction is to now double champion in two promotions. So we'll see. But I think it'd be a cool feather in the cap for Masha before they ultimately sign her next year.
I don't know. I sort of feel like based on the hustle on the main event, I think the title is coming off of Trick Williams in the main event.
So WWE's got to get something.
There's a part of me that's like, I do agree that I think it would be nice for Masha to have both titles, but if Trick is losing the title in the main event,
yeah, that's true.
Then I feel like WWE's got to get something out of here because they're not winning a title anywhere else.
That's a good point.
I mean,
The
unless
problem
Dark
with
State is winning, then then
that,
WWE is losing everything.
Dark State's probably winning. They're a faction, are they not?
Well, the system is three. That other side is 3/4 of a faction.
The other side is 3/4 of former WWE talent as well. Yeah, I honestly don't care who wins this match. I think it's like one of the better matches on the show by far, though.
Mhm.
Like, it's not like if you were to cut the show in half, this is comfortably in the top half.
Yeah,
Probably
I
number
agree.
2, quite frankly. Um, just because I've never seen JC and Masha wrestle. So I don't know what that looks like. At least I've seen Mustafa Ali and Cedric wrestle. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like the main event's gonna be any good because Joe Hendry's there. So
Well, before the main event, I'll just also point out that, of course, we have the return of AJ Styles. If it's in some sort of match, we have no idea. Is there anyone on the roster of TNA that you think would be in this spot against AJ Styles, Scotty?
that I think would or that I think deserves it.
I both, I guess. I mean,
Because no one deserves it. That helps.
there's
That helps.
one name that I can easily see that is not on this card yet that will probably be wrestling AJ Styles, and it's not necessarily the most interesting match, but it's a match that probably hasn't happened in a decade plus.
Wrestling AJ Styles that is signed to this promotion.
Hmm. I think there's literally only one.
I literally have no idea.
I think the only thing that makes the most sense, he's pushed hard. He's in the main event scene for TNA. He's a guy that has wrestled AJ Styles for sure in the past 10 plus years, probably. My guess would be Frankie Kazarian.
Ah, that'd be kind of cool though.
I think that would be kind of cool. I think that'd be an interesting match to have. That pure old school TNA. If you're bringing AJ Styles back, have him
Yeah.
wrestle Frankie Kazarian. Why not?
It's Eric Young on this show.
No, he is not.
It's gonna be one of those two for sure.
I think that's a good case. I'll lean Kazarian because I believe Eric Young is playing babyface right now.
Yeah,
And
that's
I can
fair.
see Kazarian coming out, cutting a heel
They'd
promo.
have a nice, real They'd have the best match of the show if that happens. By the way, not even close.
Yeah, I can agree. To that point, I guess I'm looking forward to it.
Also, AJ Styles needs to come out to his old theme song, or we will have fights. Just so you know.
100% agree.
If it doesn't, if I don't hear "Get Ready to Fly," I'm shutting it off.
I need AJ Styles.
I may not turn it on to begin with, but I'm shutting it off.
I need AJ Styles to come out in that old AJ Styles. How do I say this nicely? Jizz T-shirt for TNA. You know the one I'm talking about, Scotty.
Everyone knows what you're talking about. It's one of the most famous shirts of all time for all the wrong reasons.
I need him to come out with that.
I like how you say, "How do I say this nicely?" Boom.
Say
Okay,
it.
boom.
Now in the main event, 3-way, Trick Williams puts his title on the line against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana.
By the way, this is the only match where I said this TNA has to land the plane here. You know, like they can land the plane. Just simply give the belt to Mike Santana.
Yes.
It's literally the only thing you need to do.
You and I have been calling for this for months now. Of they're building to Mike Santana. Now it's like, all right, Mike Santana, let's go for it. They're taking a little bit too long. Okay, they're saving it for Slammiversary. Fine. They gotta put the belt on the guy.
I mean, pure TNA move is that does not happen on this
The TNA move is Joe Hendry wins and I smash my head into a concrete building.
Yeah, that's gonna be the worst result by far.
Mm-hmm.
Is him winning,
which is I think like, plausible.
It accomplishes nothing if that happens, you know.
Yeah. You can make a guy. You can make a guy, which is weird to say about Mike Santana, but you can make a guy.
Because like, yeah. Because like, yeah. Like if Trick wins, it's like, oh well, they're pushing it along to the other one that they
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing, you know. But if Joe Hendry wins, it's like, oh, fuck you, I guess. It's gonna be really funny though when like we get to the point where Joe Hendry's contract's up and WWE wants nothing to do with him. Like they got all the usage out of him already.
Well, we gave him a WrestleMania moment and a plaque. What more do you want from us?
And a plaque. As champion, no? Wasn't he champion for that? He lost
Yeah,
in seconds.
yeah.
That's
When he beat
awesome.
Randy Orton, when he lost to Randy Orton.
When he beat Randy Orton, bullshit. He beat Randy Orton.
Oh boy.
He got
Yeah.
geeked. It was awesome.
Mike Santana 100% has to win. And I guess when I say like make a guy, Mike Santana is, I think, pretty established and up there obviously. And when I say that, it's mostly more so that like TNA needs more people in that sort of main event picture and the exposed to the bigger audience. They obviously got Joe Hendry. I think obviously to his degree they have Frankie Kazarian, right? But they're obviously exposing Santana to the NXT audience. He's popped up on NXT a little bit as well. They need a guy to help, an additional guy that is a name to this WB audience that can pull in some viewers outside of Joe Hendry.
He's quite easily their best wrestler.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
What is this belt?
I'm just looking around to see if there's anyone else. I mean, Mosh is up there as well, but I mean, in terms of male wrestlers, yeah, probably Mike Santana.
Yep. So put him the belt on him, please.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. That's TNA Slammiversary, I guess. Slammiversary this tonight, July 20th. You can watch it live on TNA Plus. Is TNA Plus the only way you can watch this?
I think you watch it on Triller or whatever.
Is Triller still around? Do they still exist?
Yeah.
I genuinely...
It's literally on the front page. So yes. $40. Oh God.
For Triller for this pay-per-view?
Yeah, you gotta pay $40 for Slammiversary.
Or you can sign up for TNA Plus for $9.99 a month and watch it there.
Oh, so, really? It's not a pay-per-view? It's not an extra pay-per-view on there?
I don't actually know. It does say it says you can watch it on there.
Oh, so we will never know. Let's see. Let me click this. I
Go
don't want to select a plan. Oh, you can just buy.
Yes, I'm looking at it now. You can just buy Slammiversary for $40.
Or you could pay $160 a year to get all the live pay-per-views, exclusive live specials, Impact. It's a hell of a deal if you're a big TNA guy.
Mm-hmm.
I, however, am not. So no, thank you.
So is it so it's $40 for Slammiversary, but is it $40 on top of the TNA Plus, or if I just
no. It comes with the annual account if you buy that.
But what if I just don't buy the monthly account?
I have no clue. They're not giving me that option.
Interesting. Well,
here we go.
Okay, breaking news.
Yeah, you got to pay some sort of money if you get the regular. So that stinks.
Interesting. Well,
sorry, TNA fans. I tried.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about TNA Slammiversary obviously next week for some ice cold takes.
Will we though?
I mean, we'll probably.
Will we care enough by the time we get there? That's the real question.
It comes down to the quality of the show. If the show stinks poop, then we might have some throwaway some talk about it. But in depth, I don't know.
Show
what's that?
Yes, the show.
I think there is. Look, if I'm TNA and I'm the roster and everybody, this is. We said at the top, this is a massive platform for your brand and for your wrestlers. And whereas obviously like the quality of wrestlers in that ring aren't necessarily like the cream of the crop, they obviously every single wrestler out there needs to put their best foot forward and go out there and try to kill it and try to succeed in every single aspect. So if you have everyone working super hard, Scotty, then the likelihood of it being a really good to great show, maybe not great might be pushing it, but a really good show at the very least is definitely higher. But you need that you really need that from every single wrestler.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, I wish them the most. I hope they have a great show.
Yeah, I want them to have a great show at the end of the day. Is it how plausible it's going to happen? We'll see. I think there's a chance. It's not a massive chance.
There's a chance.
Less than 50% for sure. But I think there's certainly a chance.
And there goes the chance.
Let's talk more. Speaking about ice cold, let's talk about just real quickly some ice cold WWE Evolution thoughts. Since we're talking about
ice cold.
Cold
as ice.
Down in hot Atlanta, let's talk some ice cold takes
It was really hot.
It's been hot everywhere. Do you have the heat wave stuff happening with you as well?
We did earlier in the week. It's got a little cooler recently. But earlier in the week it was awful,
Yeah.
deplorable. And it's really been that way for a lot of the summer.
Yeah, it's either been like 90 plus degrees all week or like a week of rain.
That's
That's
no, that
kind of
checks
what's
out.
been.
Today we got the rain, so
Yeah, I think we had the rain yesterday. I don't know what's gonna be like
oh,
today.
well, thanks for sending it up.
I can never cut the grass because anytime it's a weekend, it's raining, and I'm like, well,
Oh my god, I cut the grass in 95-degree weather the other day.
yeah.
I was on the brink of dying. Like, I got to the end and I was like, I need to drink something or I will pass out and I will never be seen again.
I'm pitching the Jesse all the time of like, can we please hire someone to cut the grass for us?
You know the have you ever seen the gif of like the Teletubby falling?
Yes.
That's how I was gonna exactly how I was gonna go.
WWE Evolution. The show was as follows: Becky Lynch defeats Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to retain the IC title. JC Jane defeats Jordan Grace. Spoilers from earlier. JC Jane defeats Jordan Grace to retain the IC title after interference from Blake
None
Monroe.
of these things are spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez retained a lot of attentions on the show. It's almost like the show didn't matter. To retain the titles for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles against Bliss Flair, Ruka and Zarya, and the Kabuki Warriors. Tiffany Stratton retains her title against Trish Stratus. Also funny that all these title matches are opening the show. Tiffany Stratton retains her title. Jade Cargill defeats Naomi in a no-holds-barred match. Stephanie Vaquer wins the 20-women battle royal that I believe earned her a number one contender shot at SummerSlam, I want to say.
No, Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris. You're right.
How dare you not know that?
And then in the main event, Io
place.
Sky versus Rhea Ripley gets interrupted when Naomi cashes in her Money in the Bank contract and becomes the new WWE Women's World Title champion. Scotty, what do you think about the show as a whole for Evolution?
I thought it was quite easily the best WWE pay-per-view of the year, and it wasn't a contest. Like, I watched this show, it was speedy, it had multiple wrestling matches, had multiple good to great wrestling matches. It was so easily the best WWE show of the year. It wasn't even a contest. I said it after Becky versus Bayley versus Lyra. It was already the best WWE pay-per-view of the year. Because I was like, the crowd's into it, the match is great. I'm done. Like, we could just stop here. We've already succeeded. WWE set this show up to fail, and the women said no.
Exactly what we thought was going to happen last week.
Yeah. The women said absolutely not. We're not letting this show fail. The crowd was hot from start to finish. I know, like, people talk about the attendance, whatever. Fine. I don't care. They absolutely crushed it. They ended up having a moment in the end with having Naomi cash in as well, which I didn't have a problem with at the end of the day. Like, you want to have a moment on this show. That's cool. That's fine. Good full circle moment for Naomi as well. Obviously, she's someone who left this company after having been a world champion, by the way, much like Mercedes had been when she left, and she comes back and earns herself back. So congrats to her. Io and Rhea killed each other for like 25 minutes before that, which was pretty insane. The only reason I was upset was because I was like, oh, I really just wanted this match to have a finish. Because
I was
really going, man. You know,
they're really going, and the frustration about the WWE does that every once in a while, where like they'll have the point of the match is to have a great match to tire each other out, so that the heel comes in with a briefcase, gets involved and wins the title, and it's just sort of like the frustration for me is like no one's gonna remember the match.
I understand why they did it. I think people remember this match only because it's highly rated on Cage Match.
Sure.
And things like that. But yeah, it was my only like problem, but I also didn't have a problem with the cash in. I understand why they did it. They want to keep the Rhea Io story intact as well. But that was, like I said, that was really good. And I thought everything between the show was harmless, if not solid, if not decent, and if not quick. Like this show was moved. Like the Peacock commercials like didn't exist almost. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, they have so many matches on the show, and look at that. We're just going right through.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they
quite
formatted
easily.
this way better.
quite easily the best WWE pay-per-view of the year. There's literally nothing even in the same realm. I couldn't even tell you something else in the same realm. Becky Lynch is incredible. Cry to your mother.
I also
Her,
have it as my highest rated. It's not like the best, it's not in my like top 10 show of the years so far, but it is easily the highest rating WB pay-per-view I have. The next highest is Worlds Collide. So that goes to show you how where WWE is
yeah,
from there for me. I think
yeah,
from there it's then Saturday Night's Main Event 38, whatever that one is, and the Royal Rumble. So not
yeah. It's
great
telling.
output from
That's
WWE so
telling.
far.
SummerSlam looks like dog shit, by the way. But as I was saying,
You mean
Becky's
Jelly?
great. Cry to your mother. Bailey was great. Lyra was
That
great.
opener was I love that opener.
The opener was fantastic. I have no idea what Dave was rating.
You said Dave's ratings?
Dave's ratings broke me this week, man. They don't usually care, but none of them made sense.
Yeah.
What else? I thought Trish was actually very impressive considering, she's, older.
Yeah.
And
How old?
she
She's
took
49 years old. So
she
almost
took she took the Roderick Strong move.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, that is a mother. What are you doing? Um,
Yeah. Trisha is still very impressive anytime she pops
yeah.
up here. Like way more impressive than you would think she would have to be. Sub 10-minute match, but still a lot more
I think
moves than you would
sub 10
expect.
minute was the best thing they could have done for it.
Agreed.
And I think those are all my main thoughts. Io's phenomenal. I'm very happy that the main talking point out of this week was like she might be the best. I was like, well, newsflash, it's kind of been her thing.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And most importantly, she lost the belt. So we're good.
Freeze up some things.
Yeah, we're good. It gives me hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, and Rhea Ripley, by the way, she's a good wrestler. I know a lot of people hate her for. I don't really know why. Because she's WWE. Is that why? Like, I really don't know. But she had a really good performance. Io had a really good performance. And congrats to Naomi on winning the title. And yeah,
I
cool.
think Rhea Ripley is like a really solid base. You know what I
She
mean?
is.
Like,
She
especially like
is.
I think that's why this matchup between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley works all the time. Is that like I just think
Yep.
Rhea Ripley's a really solid base, and Io Sky can
Yeah.
do all of her moves off of her.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good role to have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
That's why I think I know it's a little different, but that's why I think Rhea and Bianca, whenever they finally have their big singles, will have a really good match. I mean, the three-way that they had at WrestleMania obviously was terrific. So shouts out to all of them. They proved that you give us this show, we're gonna deliver the best show WWE's had probably in forever. So good job.
I feel like Rhea Ripley and like Stephanie Vaquer and Lyra Valkyria could have a good match.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm just looking at like some of the flippy doers. I'm just like, I feel like
Lyra has gained so much from working with those two.
yes,
Becky and Bailey.
Yeah.
Like before she started feuding with these two, I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know, because everyone kept talking her up. I was like, there's like parts here and there that are a little bit like, but ever since like she started working with Bailey and now Becky, it's like, oh, okay. Now it's all clicking. Now it all makes sense and they're crushing it. So by far the best thing going in WWE now that Io is no longer champion, by the way, is Becky.
I agree.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought, Ryan? Oh, wait. Us. We would. Because that is a consistency. If Ring Post Radio has one WWE consistency, it's that Becky Lynch is great.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can obviously co-sign that. I think the only thing to really talk about is I basically co-sign everything you just said, but Battle Royal was completely fine. They gave some shine to Lash Legend, so they really see something in her potentially down the line. Stephanie Vaquer wins. That's totally all right. Stephanie Vaquer versus Naomi presumably would be I believe is for that title. So it would presumably be Naomi.
So. I don't know. She was on SmackDown randomly this week, so I have no clue.
So it's either because it was like she won. This is the number contender at Clash in Paris, but it's like I assumed it's Naomi, but I guess it could be Tiffany. I'm not entirely positive.
I think you're right. I think
it's
right.
Naomi.
I think they said that title when she won.
Yeah,
but like I said, she was on SmackDown randomly. They could change their mind.
Yeah, but they're also throwing people all around the roster right now because star reasons, uh, ratings reasons, and all that stuff. Does Stephanie Vaquer versus Naomi necessarily move me?
Not as much as if she was facing one of the other two, but
Yeah, I think that's the sort of downfall of Naomi is that like where she has gotten certainly better as a worker in her let's say excursion to TNA, you know, she's still like definitely not on the same level as like Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. I would
no,
even say
no.
Vaquer. So to that extent, they can bring Naomi to a really good match, I think.
Yeah.
But you know, I think
I
Naomi
think
can
she's a
be.
lot better in the heel character.
I think she's found a good groove in the heel character, and I think with Ripley, Sky, Vaquer, I think she is surrounded and can be quote unquote protected
Yeah.
by a lot of great wrestlers.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that can definitely help her because before when she was champion in WWE, it was like like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and all these people that are like not
No
as
way.
great.
Charlotte Flair was wrestling for the belt.
Shocker. Yeah, but you know what I mean. All these people that
Yeah.
were like not as great as at the time because the
Right,
division
right,
was
right.
the quality of the division was so much lower. It's certainly been raised. Naomi has certainly gotten better, but still wouldn't. I think she can now be more protected in that sense. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. That was also. I thought that was good for what it
It was
was.
good for a Jade match.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of slow bits of brawling, but it was fine. What are you expecting?
Her and Tiffany Stratton's gonna be so bad.
I agree. I agree.
Legitimately terrifying match.
Yes. I
Um, I mean, I wish the best for both of them, but I don't have much hope in that.
I wonder if they're going to find a way to make it a triple threat with like Bianca.
Yeah, because she is on that brand and she's been hurt, so maybe that would really help that match
Yeah.
a
And also
lot.
Bianca staying involved. She's the
Yeah,
referee here for this no holds barred match.
she should win. You know why? Because she's Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Most of
The
my decisions in WWE are like, well, that's because she's good. Thank you.
and the only other thing was the tag team title match, which was I think perfectly fine. Perfectly
I
serviceable.
I thought Charlotte and Alexa Bliss were funny together, which
I
I did
I
not
they
expect to
have
say.
something together. Where it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, this
I was like,
works. This makes
I was like,
sense.
it would really be WWE to ruin this, like to like break them up because there is something here at
Yes.
this stage of both of their careers that I think benefits both of them. Um, so hopefully they keep them together because I find them fun, which I can't tell you the last time I said I found a Charlotte Flair thing fun.
Yeah, or even Alexa Bliss thing. I would probably
Yeah,
say.
Alexa Bliss hasn't wrestled so long. Like I can't even like. I mean, what she was the Fiend before that.
Mhm.
She was with the Fiend. And I like Alexa Bliss. I don't have really any problems with either of them, quite frankly. So I like them together. I think it's a fun thing. But yeah, the tag was harmless, and so Ruka's pretty decent. I like
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
I mean, from
yeah.
the times I've seen her. I don't really know who Zari is. Still don't really know who Zari is, but she was in the match.
She was there. She
She was
wrestled.
definitely
She
there.
admits. I can't pinpoint a single moment in the match that Zarya did, but she was in
No,
the match.
no, no. I just know Sol Ruka did the Soul Snatcher once,
Mhm. Mhm.
which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure is why she was in the match to begin with.
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
All right. That's
Yeah,
Evolution.
Evolution. Ultimately a good show. Definitely the best show of the weekend. It's frustrating that like the show was really good and it was probably the best show of WWE. Oh, sorry, not the best show of the weekend. I take that back. I misspoke.
He
Best
said
show
it. He said it.
best show of WWE's weekend. Is the
Oh,
clear
yeah,
is the
no.
clear thing there.
I don't even think that's a debate. I don't even think Great American Bash existed.
Yeah. Just Dave's ratings to that were really funny though, because those were like extremely low. Or maybe not low, but
Yeah.
like accurate. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Dave
Yeah.
obviously watched that after All In.
Dave went back into his old school version of himself.
Yeah, the pre AEW days. Um, it's frustrating to see that quality of show. Not just like like we said with the in ring quality, but also the formatting of the show and all
Yeah.
these sort of things that it's frustrating to see that. And then afterwards, in the presser, someone asks Paul like, "Hey, you gonna do another one?" And Paul's like, I don't know, probably not." And it's just like, why not? This feels like it was successful. I don't know how successful it was, on the financial sheet, but
Have we just considered I liked it?
yeah,
We just considered that like
yeah,
he sucks, man.
I
I
know.
can't stand him.
Are you excited to see more of him in WWE's Unreal?
No, and the worst part is I know I gotta watch it. Like, he's so
When's that show coming out?
this week, I think.
I think it's this week as well. I'll look it up. But what were we going to say about Paul? You're going to dunk on Paul. I'm going to leave that open.
He's just so bad at everything he does. Wasn't a good wrestler. Terrible when it comes to like any PR ever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this show was great. Arguably the best show of the year. You gonna do it again? No, no, no. like really? Oh well, I think, hey guys, I think that the women should just be on the regular pay-per-view. The one women's match per pay-per-view is good enough for you. Gotcha. Well, it's more equal that way. Okay. All right.
It's
all
more
right,
equal to
thanks.
have one versus
Yeah,
one of five matches.
Thanks, man. You suck, buddy. How about that, buddy? How many? Hold on, 1 second. I'm seeing.
It's also hard to argue. Like this guy is like arguing because what is that argument, Scotty? He's arguing that it's more equality to have them on the main card with everybody else. Is that what he's saying?
I guess. Like I don't know. He sucks, dude.
Guys like didn't book an African American wrestler on pay-per-view in a century.
So I'm gonna give him some credit. There's 4 women's matches already on SummerSlam. That feels like a lot for them.
Across night 1 and 2?
Until you realize it's 2 nights. Oh, this show's bad. You know what? Here's what I wanted to say, actually. Sure. WWE has completely and further proved that their best wrestlers, their best wrestling, everything that they should be focused on is the women. And they somehow completely fail to do that. Every part of the best thing that comes out of every WWE pay-per-view now is typically the women.
Yeah.
Every single time. And that's who should be carrying them forward. I'm sorry. I do not give a shit about Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
But
I do not give
Scotty, they were on Jimmy Kimmel.
That's great. I did see that. Randy and Drew just like punching each other was quite funny, and then Logan Paul walked out and I shut it off. Like that is not good.
What about Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu? CM Punk, he's going for the world title.
All right, if we're being honest, like CM Punk and Gunther probably gonna be good. Like if we're being honest here, we can't just lie.
That's a good main event on night 1.
Yeah, like that'd be pretty good. But like, are there more women's matches or is it equal? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's equal right now. Well, I know that's not gonna stay that way.
That's what Triple H is talking about. He's talking about quality.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's like 0 chance they add another women's match. I don't even think they know Julia has a belt. I just learned Julia had a belt when I was watching this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know this, followed Julia's entire career. So that's pretty impressive by then. But yeah, this is this
tag matches that they're probably going to add to this show.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them together. Just give them the belts. Who cares?
I agree.
They literally don't. I know they don't.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes versus John Cena street fight. Oh, kill me now. Holy shit, this show's in like 2 weeks.
I know. We're going to talk about it very
it starts at 6 p.m. though? Okay, hold on. I may give them credit for that. I won't, that's fine. Like that show will end at like 10 at the latest. Is
it just sort of funny that like there's like such a stink with like AEW and their long show lengths, which that's always been a complaint for them.
Okay, the last one, to be fair, very fair. That show
super long.
It beat the WrestleMania length of whatever year when it was forever. At least they started at 3 though. So
yeah, that was at least better. And I also get like the super long show length as well because it's like their big show, their WrestleMania gimmicks, which is what they're establishing.
Don't have 6 matches of 25 plus minutes.
I agree. Yeah, they definitely extended it because they wanted to go up against Saturday Night's main event.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my conspiracy theory, which I think they actually said.
That's probably true, and that's fine. But I didn't really want to watch Saturday Night's main event. I just wanted to like
Yeah.
live my life after. So
Yes, it punishes those that like
I,
want to
I
just watch the
literally
show.
went to sleep when the show ended because I was so tired.
Yeah. But that being said, like it's sort of funny to me that like WWE is now like in this thing of, well, they can't have super long shows. Like, which works in their favor because there's the shows that would be super long, like WrestleMania or SummerSlam,
Yeah.
are now getting broken up to night ones and night twos.
Yeah, but their shows are slogs to get through. That's
Yeah.
why Evolution was so fresh and nice because, like, it was match by match, but like it felt like an actual pay per view. This isn't gonna do that. I'm gonna have to see this stupid commercial for Minute Maid Lemonade 100 times. I'm gonna see this stupid commercial for Wingstop 100 times. I'm gonna see this commercial for Freedom. I don't even know what that is 100 times, and
What
then
about
and
the
then and then I'm gonna have to see for the 95th,000th time WWEshop.com. Buy the worst t-shirts you've ever seen. Like, fight me. How about that?
you think you think that AJ Styles jizz t-shirt's bad? Come to WWEshop.com.
Oh shit! I just want to see the.
The first shirt you look at for the WWE shop.
I just want you to know, and this is a good way to end this. They just well, this wasn't what I was going to say. They did release a Cena Suck shirt, which I can't believe they took so long.
Yeah. It almost like they
But
didn't plan it. But whatever.
there's a shirt for The Rock's daughter, who of course is the general manager of NXT,
Looking at now.
and it says she is the NXT final boss. I've seen enough. We're good. We're moving on. Oh shit.
Boy. All right. Let's talk about the G1, New Japan. G1 Climax
Yeah.
started this weekend. Night one
Yeah.
on Saturday, 2,500 basically in attendance. Night two took place this morning. I don't have attendance figures on that, but I imagine probably similar numbers. You and I watched all of night one. I watched the last 4 matches of night two. I guess let's talk about it.
Oh, you
Let's
think I
go-
watched every match on night one?
Oh, I know you didn't watch every night on
Okay,
match
all
one.
right. You thought I watched Drilla?
Yeah, I don't think you watched Drilla. Fine little match. I guess we'll just what do we give? How should we do this? Whole show, top to bottom.
Just do card to card. We don't do this for the G1 ever.
That's fair. That is fair.
Though some weeks we're gonna have to because like there's nothing sometimes.
G1 Climax Block B match night one. Yoshihashi defeats Shingo Takagi in 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Big pop, shout out Yoshihashi.
Shocking win. Sub 5 minutes, this guy beats a former world heavyweight champion. To a certain degree, I'm like, fuck you, Shingo, apparently. All right.
As Chris Charlton said on commentary, the G in Yoshihashi or something. I don't really know what he said, but it was ridiculous. And Walker's like, what?
The G in G1 stands for Yoshihashi?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he said. And Walker's like, huh?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, he's correct. The G in G1 does stand for Yoshihashi.
Yeah. A nice little match, sub 5 minutes. I have questions surrounding what they're doing with Shingo, but
I think it's just a case of the show is long and they wanted to, and this is the first match. I think that's really it.
What that tells me is like it's like, oh, Shingo's probably not going to win the tournament. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. To be fair, I never expected him to.
Like
he just had the world title match.
This is set up to be a loss that like, oh, he didn't get enough points, down the line.
Yeah, because he lost in 4 minutes.
Next up, Evil versus Callum Newman, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. This was also
why was that match longer?
I don't know. Well, because if you don't know, Dick Togo's here, but also Don Fale is also thirding Evil throughout this tournament. He couldn't be. Hold on. Can I just want to say, I know he had a family emergency, but also the worker that is Don Fale. They put him into a tournament to try to get him into the G1. A family emergency came up. He can't wrestle any more matches, but they already booked him on the tour. Well, great. I just have to be a second and a third for Evil now for this entire tournament. What a worker.
I would like to just to say that they're trying to take my boy down. They put Don Fale with them. They They put Chase Owens in the House of Torture. You cannot tackle Evil. You cannot take him down. You leave him alone. Did he win?
Yes, he did. He did beat
Oh,
Newman.
thank God. Thank God. We were having other problems if that wasn't true.
It was a fine match.
I don't think it was, but you can lie.
Well, fine as in like 2 stars is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Which
It's the
aligns.
lowest rated on Cage Match.
Mhm.
Color me shocked.
Drilla Maloney defeats Great O'Khan 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Another fine little
That
match.
sounds awful.
It was there was an intensity to it that I did enjoy, but other than that, it was kind of whatever. Yuya Uemura defeats Oleg Boltin. I know Scotty locked in for this one.
Yeah, this is real.
This was really good.
Yeah. Real stuff. Good wrestling. Big fan of both of them. Yuya Uemura. Hot take. He's good.
Good wrestler. One could argue he's a good wrestler.
He sure is. And that Bolton Oleg, man, he's good too. This was really good. I like the struggle of the match. That's really what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Right, struggle of strength. Who's gonna hit it first? I like the struggle to the deadbolts, especially. Yeah, really enjoyable. These two are better than majority of the young guys, if not all the young guys. I think in terms of their range of potential.
That finishing sequence where I want to say it's Yuya Uemura does like a crucifix pin.
Yeah.
Bullleg Olton rolls through it, goes for the F5 or whatever it's called, the verdict for his finish.
Yeah.
He goes to flip Yuya Uemura. Yuya Uemura reverses or whatever, lands on his feet, straight jackets him.
Yeah.
Bolt suplex, deadbolt
That was
suplex,
class.
and gets the pin. I'm like, yeah, baby. That's
class.
wrestling, baby.
Yeah.
This match ruled. This match was really fun. Yeah, I think Yuya Uemura, I'm seeing it more and more in every single match. Spoilers for the main event of night 2 versus Taichi.
The G1 is a great time for him.
Yes.
That's when he shines, as we learned last year. And I think this year, as long as he stays healthy, it will be the full, like, okay, he's ready by the end, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I hope so.
Agree. Yeah. Spoiler for night 2 against Taichi. Another great match.
That's not shocking. He got the main event, baby.
Well, on a technicality, he wasn't supposed to.
He got the main event.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah, this guy is putting on great performances so far. Across 2 nights, Scotty, MVP is Yuya Uemura for sure.
And you know who stinks? Shota Umino. Continue.
Yeah, we'll talk about him next. Shota Umino defeats El Phantasmo in 11 minutes 29 seconds.
Match. I didn't watch it, obviously. I like myself sometimes. Or I like myself enough not to watch those two wrestle. I heard that like they wrestled as if like, oh no, you're my friend. And I'm like, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
That sounds deplorable.
There was a point. The point that like really lost me, Scotty, is El Phantasmo
when Shota Umino's music hit.
Yes. One of the points that really lost me, Scotty, was that El Phantasmo at one point like knocks Shota Umino on his butt. Shota Umino is like on his butt on the ropes, and he's like,
my butt.
Well, no, he's like, come on, give me some more. And El Phantasmo's like, you come on, like get up. And then Shota Umino gets up and gets in his face and starts getting chopped, and he's like, I'm the big strong guy. I was like, you're asking for more when you just got kicked on your ass, buddy. Like
these guys stink.
Like everything just got it. Okay, this is what I started thinking. This is the conspiracy theory tin hat.
Here we go.
What if Shota Umino is purpose? You know, we know this guy loves.
He's an industry plant.
Well, yeah. This guy loves Tetsuya Naito and everything.
Who doesn't?
Right.
Sure.
What if Shota Umino at this point is just like sandbagging his performances on purpose, so that he has to go on an excursion again? Because his instincts about things are just like, I think, bad.
Oh god!
It's like, is he just bad at this, or is he doing it on purpose?
I hope he's doing it on purpose. Otherwise, wow, this guy sucks.
Yeah, don't know, but they've seen him. And again, my fear is that he's going to win the tournament overall.
But you know what I do know? I do know that they see a lot in Ryohei Oiwa, and I agree.
Yeah, Ryohei Oiwa defeats David Finlay. A little bit of a shocker. I'm not upset with Oiwa getting the win, but I was kind of shocked that Finlay lost the opening round. But like I said, Oiwa wins, defeats David Finlay.
I had fun.
I had fun as well. I was like, yeah,
Oiwa is so beefed up, by the way. This guy is
gets
huge.
beefier every day, every moment I see him.
Like this man's like, oh, I'm
This
like,
man
holy
has
shit, dude.
this man has 29 Riviera Steakhouse jackets. That's how much
Oh,
beef he's
without a doubt. But he looks great.
He looks
That's
great.
the other thing. Like he looks huge, but he looks great. And when he hit that Larry on Dave Finley, I'm like, oh, he's dead. I was like, that Larry has a lot more oomph on it than it did a year ago. These two are great, and I had fun.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like what I saw there. I also really like what I saw. Konosuke Takeshita defeats Gabe Kidd.
Okay, I just want to say this. This was a good show from the matches I watched.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean,
if you skip the bad stuff, you know.
That applies to most shows, I think.
Yeah, but like if you really skip the bad stuff, like
yeah.
if you go past if you don't watch Evil versus Callum Newman, Drilla Deloney versus Drilla Maloney versus Grado Khan, Shota Umino versus El Phantasmo. Could have told you that one stunk before it started. And I mean, you could have watched Yota Tsuji and Sonata and probably not been that hurt. It was 5 minutes long.
No, it's 5 minutes long. You don't have to watch it.
All right. I had to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Takeshita defeats Gabe Kidd. I thought this match was probably the best match on the show. I thought this match was really good. I had Takeshita in it, so that's a big plus.
I have it tied for best match on the show.
I think that's also very fair. The big notable thing out of here, Scotty, if you didn't hear, is that Gabe Kidd got injured during this match. He forfeited his main event match against Zack Sabre Jr. on night 2. And he said in his promo basically that, look, I'm a
mad dog, you know. Madman. Sorry, not a mad dog.
After he said he's a madman, you know, look, this guy's he's not confident, you know, like he wants to make sure that people know, and he's not sure if anyone actually knows if he's a madman. So he's just making sure.
Oh, buddy, I know.
We heard you.
I heard you the 7 times. Oh, he's going for a pile driver. Guess what he's going to say? I'm a madman, you know.
He's going to go off. He's going to do a moonsault off the top rope to the outside.
I'm a madman, you know.
Gabe Kidd, he's injured. He said in his promo basically that he's not pulling out of every single match. He's not forfeiting his entire tournament. He says that it seems to be that he has a minor injury that
was he not on crutches?
He had, I think, one crutch, I think is what I saw, but his knee all bandaged up. But he said that he's forfeiting night 2, but when he feels ready and up for it, he wants to go back into the tournament. That's basically what he said. So weird.
I don't think that's how these things work.
No, but that also makes me feel like he's important to the tournament. You know what I mean?
Well, not if he keeps losing them all.
Well, look, but there's something about it to me that's like he's important to the tournament. He has a minor injury. If he instead of rebooking the entire tournament on night 1, on night 2 or whatever, he can just forfeit and lose all these matches, and then like win a bunch late, win all of his matches when he returns, and be in the mix down the line. That's what I'm thinking. Because otherwise, why don't you just pull him entirely out? Who gives a shit? You know,
he's a madman. You know,
I think that's part of it. I think he perhaps a little crazy, a little mad, if you will.
Oh god,
it's a mad man. Anyways, good match. Tsuji versus Sonata, 5-minute match. Who gives a shit?
All right.
Moving on. Ren Narita defeats Zack Sabre Jr. Shocker amongst shocks. Ren Narita defeats the World Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr.
Ren Narita
crisp faction. Ren Narita good. No.
That's what everyone was saying after the match.
But certainly, this was like Ren Narita of old.
Hey, he just feels like he felt like locking in because he knew he was winning.
Yeah, also beating world champion. You know, why not? Why not?
I would lock in too.
Yeah,
good for Ren Narita.
Yeah,
nice little golf clap here. Show appreciation. Pin that fraud of a champion.
Oh my god.
Who's the champion in All Japan?
What's that?
Who's the champion in All Japan?
Jun Saito.
All right, so Zach's only the second best. Because
I don't like counting Noah, which we'll talk about in a moment.
Yeah, Noah's the best world champion by far.
We'll talk about that in a moment. And the main event night 1, block A action, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeats Taichi. I wouldn't be shocked if this is Tanahashi's only win of the entire tournament.
I think he should win the entire thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, you're right. Heartfelt win though, baby. 20 minutes, go out there. Taichi, man, this guy wasn't in the G1. Fuck New Japan.
He's in it now. What do you can't say that.
I know. No, I can say it. It took Hiroki Goto's elbow blowing up, or him just getting cast in Street Fighter. Either way,
tomato.
Bullshit. That he wasn't in this to begin with. Look at this man. And I know night 2 is even better.
Yeah, night 2 is really good. Night 2 is even better.
I've only seen match of the night for his night 2 match.
This has the sort of, the handicap thing that is right now of Tanahashi and his retirement run. He's just so old and broken.
Tanahashi. I am spirited. It's a spirit. It feels like when I watch Muto in his retirement tour. I just couldn't help myself but like the spirit of the old man trying to will his way. That being said, this was the first tournament match of his run. I am worried. He needs to get himself a 4-minute match in here somewhere.
Yeah, did he wrestle on night 2? Oh yes, he did. He wrestled in the opener. Yep, that's a good spot. This guy just needs to wrestle in the openers moving forward.
Yeah, he has 5 main events. Tanahashi has 5 main events.
Huh? Why?
Because he's the draw, man. Like what? Draw? He is literally the draw. They don't have any other draws left.
Night 2. We'll go through that real quickly.
Hiroshi Tanahashi versus OE was the main event, by the way. You're welcome.
Night 2. This will be spoilers for Scotty and a little bit of me.
I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's fine.
Callum Newman defeats Hiroshi Tanahashi in the opener, 7 minutes and 32 seconds.
What?
Come on. How is that a shock? We just said Tanahashi's going to lose the rest of his matches.
Yeah, but that's criminal.
Drill Maloney defeats Shota Umino in apparently a bad match according to Cage Match. 3.8 Cage Match.
I saw one of my friends when it happened in real time because the show started pretty early. Yeah. Say worst match of the year contender.
I cannot wait to watch that because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I know you hate yourself. No.
Well, look, there's something about like worst match of the year contenders that's sort of like, okay, how? Let's see how bad this truly is. You know what I mean?
It moves you.
Yeah. It moves me to watching it. The perverse thing of I gotta.
Hey, you want an Uncrustable?
I'm sorry, sir. You just pulled an Uncrustable out of your ass. 2? Is that 2 Uncrustables or is that 1? Give us a flavor. Give us a flavor. Give us a profile. Give us your palate review. That's jelly. That's jam. That's peanut butter. I think that's.
Does that not look delicious?
Come on. Would you like to know some?
You've never had an Uncrustable?
Of course, I've never had an Uncrustable, sir.
That's like so on brand for you. You like peanut butter and jelly?
Okay, hold on.
Because I don't.
Scotty,
no, I don't like normal peanut butter and jelly. I like an Uncrustable though. You don't like peanut butter?
I just in the past couple of years I've finally gotten into jellies and jams.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't say I just like peanut butter.
Would you like to know what food phase I'm in right now and I'm really enjoying?
Taco Bell?
No, that's not a phase. That's a lifestyle, brother.
Why take less when you can get a beefy
You're about to choke on that.
I do like that every Sunday morning it's just us being fucking shitheads.
The current.
What is your food phase?
Not really much of a punchline after the Taco Bell joke. My current food phase is I've gotten really into bagels lately.
I'm a big bagel guy.
Loving a bagel right now. Cream cheese.
I have an absurd. Yeah, obviously. I'm not this. What
you gotta get some schmear on there.
If you're not getting some schmear on there, you're just go to hell. Mm-hmm. No, bagels are my favorite thing. So
yeah,
to the choir here. I go and get myself a bagel at least once a week.
Yeah, I've done 2 weekends in a row. What I've done 2 weekends in a row is that on Friday before work, I go to Einstein's, get a bagel for myself, obviously. and then I get a bag of 6 bagels, pre-sliced. Bring them
Eat 'em all.
home after work, and then that's Jesse and I's breakfast all weekend long, going into Monday.
That's good shit right there.
I'm enjoying it, because you can get good variety. You can't really do the variety as much on the app, but you can get more of just like, I'll get one of these, and these. On the app, you can only do 2 of each.
I might go get a bagel after this.
Bagels
I know I
good?
just ate that, but I'll have a bagel for lunch. I don't give a fuck.
Just put a bunch of cream cheese on that Uncrustable and see how that tastes. Moving on. Oleg Bolton.
That's grotesque.
Oleg Bolton defeats Rohei Oiwa in 9 minutes and 10 seconds.
Damn.
Yoshi, what the fuck is this?
I really wanted Oiwa to win that so he get a never open weight title match.
I agree. I don't know what this is. I have to assume there's shenanigans involved. Yoshihashi defeats Ren Narita in 1 minute and 26 seconds.
That's right. Big Yoshihashi, undefeated in the G1. He's running because the G in G1 stands for Yoshihashi.
Actually might not be bullshit, because if I recall the history of Yoshihashi in the G1, I feel like he tends to have like he tends to have super quick wins every once in a while.
He has a combined 5 minutes in this tournament.
Yeah, that's Yoshihashi. I like the idea of Yoshihashi matches just being sub 5. There's something
a bummer though, because Yoshihashi's really good. Like Yoshihashi's one of like, you get him in there with like Oiwa, and you're like, yeah, here we go. I know that they're not on the same block, but
David Finlay defeats Sonata. Good.
I heard this was pretty decent because they still have very good chemistry despite Sonata not giving a shit.
Mm-hmm. This is when I start watching. Great Khan defeats Shingo Takagi.
Hold on. Do you know how that sounds? Yeah, I got locked in when Great Khan showed up, baby. Woo!
It was less that. It was more like, how much time do I think I have for these matches? I can probably start here. It was like a 3-star fine little match, Shingo's good. Great Khan's good enough.
Shingo's good. Can confirm.
What's that?
Shingo's good. Can confirm.
Can't confirm. But again, Shingo, 2 losses, by the way. 2 losses for Shingo, which is kind of notable.
Wow. He's a loser.
Big ol' loser. Evil defeats Yota Tsuji. Scotty, this match on Cage Match is a 3.67. And maybe
you agree with the rating.
And maybe, Scotty, I wasn't paying attention to whatever else I'm paying attention, but for what I watched, I went 3 1/4.
Oh my god.
Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm out to lunch. Maybe I wasn't fully paying attention because it was too early in the morning. I thought this was fun. I thought
people just hate evil. People just hate quality,
I think I think Yota Tsuji is.
Did you see the Daiki Nagai thumbs up?
No, I did not.
Oh, there's this great thing where he like trips evil and he goes.
Oh no, I did see that. Yeah, that was fun. That was I do remember that. I think when you said Daiki Nagai, I confused myself with Daiki Inaba. And I was like,
yeah, he wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
No, like, did you see what Marufuji booked this week?
Yeah. We should break that down. When we're talking about Noah, we should break that down a little bit. I thought the match was pretty good, and I might say this, go as far to say that I think Yota Tsuji is up there with Tamatanga in the Mount Rushmore of evil opponents. Does that make sense?
All right, man. Yeah, no, that's fine. By the way, this means Yota Tsuji's beating Evil in the playoff round. Thank you.
Thank God. Moving on. El Phantasmo.
Well, is it thank God that means Evil makes it through? So, like, are you actually happy about that? I am, obviously, because I have something.
This is a pro Evil podcast, guy.
Don't ever forget. That's what we're living right now. It's Hot Boy Summer, midsummer. It's hot as hell out, but Evil lives strong. Oh my god, I can't stop thinking about a bagel.
Next up, El Phantasmo versus Konosuke Takeshita. Phantasmo picks up the win, 15 minutes and 2 seconds. I thought this match was great. I actually like this match a little bit more than the Gabe Kidd Takeshita match.
Wow.
This match was, I went 4 flat.
Maybe you're a madman,
Perhaps. But I went 4 flat on this. I thought it was really fun. It was, based on what Cage Match has it so far, probably the second best, arguable best match of the show. But main event, I thought
10.
The main event, I thought, no, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take that back. I think I'm going to go 3 3/4 on that. And I'm going to
It has been altered mid-show.
4 flat on the main event, Taichi versus Yuya Uemura, because we did like that more.
You're damn right. You're damn right. You know why? Because the what's his nickname?
Who? Taichi? Yuya Uemura?
Yeah, Taichi.
Heatstorm?
That Taichi's nickname is not Heatstorm.
It should be. What the hell is his nickname? The Holy Emperor.
Yeah, the Holy Emperor. Be cooking. Shouts
Be
out. Yuya Uemura versus Taichi. Taichi wins.
Yeah.
Go.
Great match. Great match. Taichi wins. I thought it was a really fun match. Again, speaking back to what we said with the Oleg Bolton one, but even more so here with Taichi here. Yuya Uemura, great. Another thing of like, this guy's got the juice. He's great. Juice. He's got it. He so far the MVP easily is Yuya Uemura.
Awesome.
Best output of the, well, I guess Takeshita will be up there as well. But Taichi also,
if you're in that conversation,
what's that? Yeah, the fact that he's up there is
conversation, because everyone looks at Takeshita and expects that.
Yes.
You know,
and New Japan needs that with someone of their that they do have. Taichi, great performance as well. Very, great performance, emotional performance. Afterwards, he goes face to face with Zack Sabre Jr. So they're really teasing some big juice there.
Fuck it, Taichi wins the G1.
Scotty's all in. I think Taichi at this weight should be in the finals and then lose in an emotional crying fit to, I don't know, somebody, Yeah.
I'm sold.
We're gonna get that video or picture. It's just the forearms, just the Rock's forearms. Yeah, pretty good. What I saw so far. I'll probably go back and watch the first half.
So what you're saying is the G1 isn't dead.
I think it was
good, fun. You had a good time.
I think it was a solid weekend. There's definitely some misses for sure.
Don't worry. Don't you worry though. It will get ruined on Wednesday.
Yeah. There was definitely some misses for sure, but it wasn't all that bad. There was some good, solid stuff in here that I greatly enjoyed. Look, it's the thing that we talk about every sort of year with the G1 Climax, Scotty, of like, you got to put the 2017, 2018 years behind us.
Just act like it's not even there.
Yeah. These G1s have not been to that level for several years now. It's
almost
not
a decade, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Nearly a decade. You kind of have to just forget that at this point and come in with way lower expectations. Just come in here like it's the Continental Classic, or I don't know what another tournament. Insert other tournaments that exist in the country.
Treat it as you treat it as you should treat modern day New Japan.
Yes,
like that's how you should treat it.
There's going to be some good matchups that are going to be really great output. There's going to be a lot of clunkers and stinkers. There's going to be a lot, I think, even more so than anything, a lot of mid-level wrestling. But, very gone are the days of every match on this is like 4+ stars. That is not going to happen with this roster. That has not happened in nearly a decade. You should throw that out the window. Those expectations shouldn't exist. And if anyone has those expectations, you shouldn't listen to them because they're crazy. This is full on like, this was kind of what I was expecting, maybe, of like the matches I thought were going to be good were good, and matches that weren't really that good. So, and then there's a lot of middle of the road stuff. So, look, if you come in with that mentality, I think you're going to end up enjoying the G1 Climax possibly. But it was fine. It was a fine first weekend. I'll give it.
If you treat it as you want to just see people grow and improve, you'll have a much better time.
Exactly.
Like you're walking away from the first weekend saying Yuya Uemura is in the MVP conversation comfortably.
Yeah.
That's a victory in itself. Now, as I said, this kind of I won't call it a high, but this G1's doing well, in its current state, will be ruined on Wednesday because this show, let me tell you, man, is deplorable.
Are you talking Wednesday or Tuesday?
Wednesday. Tuesday's fine. Wednesday's bad. Wednesday's Yoshihashi versus Drilla Maloney. El Phantasmo versus Ren Narita. Konosuke Takeshita versus Great Okan. Shingo Takagi versus Gabe Kidd, which probably isn't happening. And then in your main event, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shota Umino, part 75.
It sucks that the only good match on that card is Shingo versus Gabe Kidd, and that match is not happening probably. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. Tuesday the Tuesday lineup of matches are Callum Newman, Rohei Uiwa, Tanahashi, Oleg Bolton. Tanahashi's gonna work hard on that one. I know for certain. And there's also something about Oiwa and Newman that kind of intrigues me in terms of like a development match. You know,
it comes with the lariat.
Sonata versus Evil.
I will be watching.
I fear that I will be watching that.
I have no shame in that.
I think that's a match that's so bad it's good.
They used to have good chemistry back in the day when they wrestled each other and they were not evil. And,
I think that match is like a quality similar to The Room. That's gonna be my prediction. Taichi versus David Finlay.
That's a match of the tournament contender right there. I'm not even kidding.
And then also Yota Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura.
That one's always interesting because they have a very unique chemistry, but I choose to believe in them.
Those
last two matches though. Whew.
It's interesting. Tuesday, it's like I'm probably watching every single one of these matches.
My apologies. Those last three matches, gotta include Evil and Sonata.
Of course.
Quality.
That Tuesday, it's like I'm probably gonna watch every single one of these matches. Wednesday,
might not watch any.
I might watch the main event.
I mean, I'm not gonna watch any.
Yeah,
I'm not watching Zack versus Shota. I rather pull my eyes out.
Standing so far in the block is Evil's up on the top of Block A with 4 points. Everyone else has 2, except for Sonata, who has 0. Sonata going to beat Evil, or is Evil going to stretch the lead out even more? Block B, the leaders of the pack are Drilla Maloney and Yoshihashi, as everyone expected. And at the bottom is Shingo and Gabe Kidd. And we'll sort of see what happens there with Gabe Kidd, I guess. Yeah, and we'll just sort of follow along with that story. But let's move right along. See what happens next. What are the other? Oh, let's talk about Noah. So Noah had 2 shows, anniversary show, New Departures, I believe the name of the show. Night 1, Night 2. Night 1, spoilers. Ozawa finally loses the GHC title to Kano. Night 2, Kano loses the GHC title to Kenta. Scotty, I know you watched the Night 2 match. I haven't watched them either match yet, but talk to me. How was the match? And then we got to get into the vibes of title switches in Noah, especially as we eventually in September lead to the N1.
Yeah, the match was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kenta went back in time.
Good
type shit.
I cannot wait.
He was slapping the fucking piss out of Kano in this match. It was awesome. It was awesome. And the go to sleep by the way, Corkin sold out. So like this crowd is going crazy for Kenta. And the moment that the match opened with Kenta Kobashi presenting the title between them, everyone was like, "Oh, it's
happening.
It's happening." Kano was great in defeat. You know, we've talked about this a lot. He is unfortunately got to be the nerd for Noah at all times. He did beat Ozawa, and then he lost in one day. But he had a great performance. Kenta's kicks were on point. His running knees were on point. His intensity was on point. It was pretty surreal. Like I watched it while other people were watching, and just the reaction was like, "Holy shit! What a match! What a moment!" Noah's back type shit. Even though like Noah's obviously been very hot this year with Ozawa's champion, there's just something about Kenta being champion. It's really funny to think like everyone said, "Oh, Kenta's washed, he's done." It's like no, he just hated being in Bullet Club. Like that's very clearly how he felt.
Mm-hmm.
There's still something there. It's very, you and me had talked about it back when Ibushi had come back from his injury, and like if you if you make it simple, like really hard strikes and kicks, like he can make things work. And obviously,
if he changes his style, less high
yeah,
flying, more just sticking to the
right.
striking thing, which I think in his most recent comeback, his
Yes, he
third
finally figured
comeback
out.
or whatever with
Yeah,
Okada and Trent, he has done that where he's going more into that
absolutely.
striking game.
For Kenta, like his entire bag was strikes. Like he just needs to do those, and that's what he did. It was awesome. The moment was incredible. The crowd lost their minds. There's this incredible image, like at one point where he's holding the title up, and you just see the sold out Korakuen crowd on their feet for it. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Noah's must see, but every title matches for me now.
Mhm.
Unsurprisingly, he's gonna defended against Marufuji. I'm sure that doesn't shock anyone. But also, they announced this weekend Go Shiozaki's back. So, perfect time for the N1, baby.
It's a couple months away still.
Ozawa's totally winning the N1, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the next big part of things is Ozawa, this big time draw, this big time star in Noah. They had that match of Kenta previously, and then Kenta loses, and then we move on with Ozawa. And part of me wonders if this whole trickery with the title stuff is to undo a little bit of that, rewrite course, or if it's literally just like, they thought the hot hand was going to continue, it slowed down a little bit, and they were like, okay, let's go back to Kenta.
I mean, they sold out both Korakuens back-to-back days. I don't know if it slowed down.
That's a fair point. But Noah's obviously on the hot streak continued. They're going to the N1 with Kenta as champion, which is always fun. But now that it seems like 100% Ozawa is probably going to be winning the N1, and then the January 1st match is, I would have to assume, Ozawa versus Kenta again.
If they wait, usually, that's possible since the tournament's later this year for sure.
Yeah. You maybe they find a way to make it complicated and make it a triple threat with Kano.
That feels like your biggest match.
Exactly.
Kenta Ozawa once again.
Yeah. And I think there is a large possibility of not just Ozawa winning the N1, but people have talked about of like maybe the juice of this heel reign, the Team 2000X is running a little long in the tooth. Maybe this is also the point you turn Ozawa babyface.
Yeah.
The crowd obviously wants it.
Yeah, the crowd loves him. He's been a little less giving to that, obviously, than his similar comparison in, say, Stardom, in terms of being a little bit more that way. I think that's the interesting part for Noah now is working the way there. But listen, they made Kenta world champion. They saw what New Japan did with Goto and was like, hold on. Hold on. And they continue to be hot. I don't think it's gonna slow down with Kenta at the top. Like it was a really special moment when he won. Him and Marufuji's gonna sell tickets. Please give me him and go. Please.
Yeah, I agree.
Please. That's like the one match I want from this. I'm sure they'll want to run him and Kaito eventually as well. I know Kaito's not, the guy anymore, but I would still be highly interested in that match. And yeah, overall, I'm just excited for Kenta as GHC champion for the first time since holy shit. I don't know actually. It's been a long time, obviously. He hasn't been GHC heavyweight champion. And by the way, this is only his second time with the belt.
Yeah.
Since 2014. He lost it on January the 5th. Holy shit. 11 years. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder why he left New Japan as I see 2 title reigns with Chase Owens. Who could have thought he wouldn't love doing that work?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to find it. I don't know why I can't find the Noah Twitter or whatever. They did announce also like 1 billion matches upcoming that were all like pretty interesting as well. For August, going for their August tours, I guess. But I can't find any of them because I can't
Let me look.
find Noah's wrestling.
Oh yeah, how about
Twitter.
that? All right, ready? Lock in. Peep game.
Sure. I think I
So
found some.
Star Navigation Premium, August 16th. Kenta versus Naomichi Marufuji at Korakuen Hall for the GHC title. Ozawa versus Owada-san because Owada-san's going overseas.
Yep.
For his excursion. So obviously big deal there. August 11th in Kawasaki. Go Shiozaki returns and he'll face Haratoki in his return match. It's an actual N1 qualifier. How about that?
Oh, okay.
How about that? In the main event for the GHC Junior Heavyweight title, Yohei versus Hiromu Takahashi. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What in the hell is this match? This is crazy. Muhammad Yone's debut match they've also announced for the Korakuen, which is called Disco Ball. Go Shiozaki's in that. There's a lot of matches here. Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf versus Ada and Shuji Kondo will be on a different show.
August 3rd.
Yep. And then on the 26th of this month, so literally next weekend, Manabu Soya and Daiki Inaba defend the tag belts against Takashi Segura and Daga.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think I also saw somewhere that Jack Morris is back in the company. I don't know if that's confirmed, but I think I saw somewhere that he's
I have
back.
not seen him.
I'm gonna pull up his cage match to see if that's accurate. I think I just heard that somewhere. Yeah, he wrestled today. He wrestled this weekend as well. Yeah, he's back in Noah. All right.
How about that?
Don't know what anything means. Let's go move on. Yeah. So Noah continues a hot streak. They're moving forward. Let's see what the N1 does. I'm excited to see. I think these are bold moves. This is certainly something that like reinvigorates. I think you and I, Scotty, with Noah, of like, okay, these are bold moves, bold title switches, titles on Kenta. We got a little long in the tooth with the Ozawa stuff for us and for our taste, but I think this is a good revigoration to get us into the next half of Noah's year, which is already a great year so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stardom, moving to stay in Japan. Let's move over to Stardom. Sapporo Rendezvous. Why not World? No, just Sapporo. We're focusing not on the world, but just Sapporo here. Sapporo Rendezvous. This is actually tomorrow night or tomorrow morning or whatever. July 21st in Sapporo, Japan, of course. Why would it be anywhere else? Imagine if it was called Sapporo Rendezvous when it was in Tokyo. Anyways, a lot of matches on here. There is a 5-star Grand Prix Blue Stars Block A qualifier. There's a Future of Stardom title match. But I do want to point out the two semifinals, semi-main event, and the main event matches here, which are the semi-main event. The Wonder of Stardom title is on the line. Starlight Kid versus Sayori Anu. And then the main event for the World of Stardom title will be Saya Kamitani versus Natsupoi. I think these are two very interesting matches, Scotty. What are your thoughts on these semi-mains and the mains for Stardom Sapporo Rendezvous?
I think the main event's going to be terrific.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very excited for it. Probably the most hyped I've been for a Stardom world title match since
the TAM one, probably.
I'm probably more hyped for this than that because I had watched Psy and Tam wrestle 157 times. Sure. But I mean, like, I guess with the retirement aspect and all, though I was never really in question of who was winning.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
Like for me, this should be the start of Natsupoi's arc to getting to the world title. It feels like it should be that story. It's kind of the story she's telling. I just hope it is the story that they fully tell, which is hard to always know. But I'm quite excited for this. I think it's going to be obviously a great match. Natsupoi's kind of refound that level that she was at a few years ago. Really interesting that she found it when Tam left, but It's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm very excited. And then with Starlight Kid Soriano, I don't think Soriano needs to be challenging for this title anymore, so that's a little weird, but should be pretty good. They had a fine title match last year, but Starlight Kid's leveled up since then, so should be pretty good. I don't think either championship should be changing. I think that'd be crazy.
Agreed.
Obviously, it'd be more crazy if the world title changed.
Yep.
I know Ozawa lost, so it's like, well, but no, it's not the same. You can't take the belt off of Kamitani. You just can't. Like it's probably a law right now. Like you walk into the Stardom. Here's the rules: do not act like Saya Kamitani should not be the top, and then everything else. But yeah, should be good too. You know, this is kind of Stardom pay-per-views go. It's kind of a 2-match show. They also have Big Corkin later in the week that, you know, if you combine them would make one hell of a show, but it's fine. And I think there's a future Stardom title match on this show too, but actually it is funny because it's Sayaka Kurara who won the Cinderella tournament and challenged for the world title. So there is something funny there. But the main event alone should be worth the watch for a lot of people.
You have to think that future Stardom title match is going to be a switch, just as sort of a make do almost on the Cinderella tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I expect. I'd be a little bit shocked if it wasn't a title change.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny though.
The point of they shouldn't switch the world title. I mean, you won't be in the worst place in the world if you put the title, I think, on Natsupoi. You know what I mean?
No, I just think you should build that up more.
I agree. But there is, I guess the question is, will a trend happen where all these Japanese companies are now getting trigger happy with title switches? With Zack Sabre Jr. from Goto, Kano to Kenta from Ozawa.
I will say this: there's a guarantee that if Saya Kamitani for some reason loses, she is winning the 5-star.
Yes,
because Micah did last year after she lost the title, and that was stupid. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, as we've stated in previous episodes, we are dubious about the 5-star. We're dubious about the Cinderella tournaments.
There's 32 people in this tournament.
Yeah, that brings us, I guess, also to the 5-star, which kicks off on the 27th, so next week, as well. The blocks. This is our first time, I believe, we're talking about it on the show proper here, Scotty. So I'll have to do some setting up here, set at the table a little bit. The 4 blocks, 1 billion people in each block. Conservatively, they've been doing these 4 block things in the 5-star for quite a while. It's very annoying. I don't love it. I just want to do 2 blocks.
I hate 4 blocks. I hate it.
It's so much harder to follow.
With a passion. Do you know how much and you know what's the worst part?
Well, for me, the worst part is doing 4 blocks and then doing a mini tournament at the end. What's the point? What's the point?
No, well, you have to, because then there's 4 blocks.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't have to do a tournament. You could just do the 2 against each other.
Yeah.
Fair. Never mind. You know what I hate about this?
What's that?
There's 2 tournaments in one.
What do you mean?
There's 16 people on each side is enough for 1 tournament each.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many.
It's the entire roster. You know what I mean? It's like, do we need the
entire roster except Shuri, who's now officially out with injury. She's getting surgery. So wishing her the best. Obviously, Mike is out with injury as well. But you know who's not out with injury? Ryan. You know who's not out with injury? Hazuki. She's just not in the tournament. It pisses me off.
That's a great point. These blocks also, and I said this to you, I think, offline as well, but part of my separation, my arm's lengthness with Stardom this year so far is that there's just a lot of people that all have come into the company that I have no idea who any of these people are, and that's
with some of the names.
So to set the table, here's Ryan Heitze pronouncing a bunch of names for a lot of people he has never seen or heard of before. Blue Stars, hey, Saya Ida should win the whole tournament. Miyu Amasaki, Sayori Inu, Aya Sakura, Ami Sourei, Bozilla, obviously bouncing over from Marigold into Stardom now, Ruaka, and this is the play-in match, I believe, on the Supporter Rendezvous show. Yuria Hime or Akira Kuragane?
Nailed it. That was a good job.
Thank you.
They're
Thank
both
you.
rookies, if that makes you help. Like they're both rookies. So
I figured as much.
Yeah.
You're the only one that can really give this to us, Scotty. Top 1, top 2 of Blue Stars A. What are your thoughts?
but the top three make it into the tournament thing, so it's stupid.
Wait, top 3? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Wikipedia does not have it as.
Am I sure? Do you know who you're talking to?
Great counterpoint. Great counterpoint, sir.
Am I sure? Of course I'm sure.
So give me your top 3.
Bozilla.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie. I already forget. Sayori.
Sure. And of course, Saida. Naturally.
I'm trying to remember it's Saida and who you literally just said it, but
Miyu Amasaki?
No chance.
Ami Sourei?
It's gonna be Ami Sourei.
It should be Saida, but
I think Saida, if anyone's gonna get in last second, it's Ida over Sayori Ano. I think Ami Sourei and Bozilla are actually the locks. If anyone's obviously no one can hear that, but he is pounding his chest like Saida.
As we all should. Blue Stars B, Suri, the champion, or the IWGP Women's Champion.
Here's the problem with this tournament, right? Is that Suri's in this. I should be way more excited, but I'm not.
Yeah, well, the frustration here is that every single other person in her block is going to die to Suri. But the only person I think that can have a good defense against that is Suzu Suzuki. There's also Momo Watanabe.
Pay some respect to Momo Watanabe. You know why I say pay some respect to Momo Watanabe? Because Sari said that's the only person that interests her in the tournament.
That's a good point. That's the match of the circle for indeed. Momo Watanabe, Hina, Konami, Hanako, Momo Kogo, and Rana Yagami. Who's your top 3? Sari, obviously.
Sari, obviously. I have multiple reasons to say that, and that is just out of sheer first
Suzu,
and foremost.
I have to imagine
Suzu, and then
I
mean it. Please, for the love of God, be Momo Watanabe. I don't think I could take anyone else. It's not a good block. They're making Sari carry that block in a way that
I don't think that's
in a way that they shouldn't make her, but she'll probably succeed. I mean, she's gonna have to get a lot out of some people that I don't know even have that level to them, but that's part of it, you know.
We'll find out. We'll certainly find out with that block of Suri, because Suri is going to not pull it out, but force it out. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We're certainly going to find out that way.
You either got to stand up or step aside, type thing.
Mm-hmm. Red Stars A, Saya Kamatani, the champion, of course. Hanan, Mei Sura, I should say. Yuna Mizumori, Lady C, Waka Tsukiyama, Azusa Inaba, and B. Priestley off her run in WWE's main roster coming to this tournament. So very interesting. I mean, I am at least do we have what their first matches are yet?
Yeah, everything's out.
Okay, cool. I'll see if I can pull that up while you're talking about your top 3s. But I am at least interested to see how B. Priestley does. You know, she's back in the sort of Stardom house style versus the WWE house style. It's been several years since B. Priestley has been working in that sort of style. I am intrigued to see how she performs in the ring. I'm dubious, but I'm at the very least intrigued. But that being said, what would be your top 3 here, Scotty?
Saya, Han, and probably B. Priestley, because the world doesn't like me. I would pick May Sarah, but I don't get what I want.
It's B. Priestley's obviously gonna be there, and obviously Saya.
Oh, B. Priestley's gonna be the only loss for Saya Kamatani in the tournament round.
Yeah,
because it's on the final night.
That is probably accurate. Let's see. Red Stars B, Starlight Kid, Azame, Natsupoi, Sayaka Karara, Tomoyaki Inaba, Rian, Natsuko Tora, and Rina. I think that is probably the best block.
Yeah, for sure.
Inaba, Natsupoi, Azumi, Starlight Kid. I mean, you're gonna get Azumi and Starlight Kid again. I mean, this is a lot of the fun. I think there's gonna be a lot of this. You already put a video out here, but this feels like the high speed block.
I don't want to say I deserve credit,
Obviously,
but they announced the first high speed title match in over 140 days, 2 weeks after my video came out. So you're welcome. It is I'm taking all the credit. That match isn't even set up. They just announced it randomly, and I was like, okay, you're welcome. Top 3: Starlight Kid, Natsupoi, and Rina.
No Azumi.
Nope.
Why not?
Because they are higher on Rina than most of the company overall, and I think in her first tournament they'll want to give her the shock of getting through. And I had to pick between Azumi and Natsupoi, and that was tough. I feel like you have to have Starlight Kid make it because like she's champion. Be kind of a tough look if she didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm sitting there. I gotta go a little bold somewhere around here. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then you kind of have to figure it out from there. And I haven't even like thought of like my full on preview for this because I am looking at all 32 and I am just
there's an overwhelming quality to all these people.
32. It's literally double the Marigold tournament. Like, they have 16, so they doubled the tournament. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's 16 matches on the first night.
I was just about to say. Every single person's wrestling. Every single match is happening. That first night, which is next week, is why we're previewing it now. Here are your matches. Lock in. And that's from the Stardom website, which is going to be more difficult for me to do this. But here we go.
I have it in front of me. I have an English version in front of me.
If you could send that to me, or if you want to walk us through it, that would appreciate it. But
yeah. All right. Here's your first night, starting with Red Block A, because.
Do you have a website? Do you have a website? Because I also want to look at the Korakuen Halls and the final.
Yeah.
Send it to me, and I'll load that up while you go through that.
My boy Dylan made this. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Shout out, Dylan. Shout out, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan's a listener to the show, so absolutely.
Oh, I know he is.
Dylan. All right, here's your Red Stars A block. Ryan, tell me if any of these have you jumping for joy. All right.
You mean a big circle?
Yeah. Saya Kamatani versus Lady C. May Sarah versus Waka Tsukiyama. Azusa Naba versus Hanan. That's probably the best match in this block. And
I think that's a small circle.
And Azusa Naba is 17 years old. Bea Priestley versus Yuna Mizumori.
It's like a small circle in the sense of I'm interested to see Bea Priestley again.
You're just curious. You're curious.
I'm just I'm a little curious cat,
Yeah. In Red Stars B, Starlight Kid versus Tomoka Inaba.
Yeah, that's a big circle.
Yeah.
Big circle.
Rina versus Rion.
A small circle.
That's a tongue twister.
A little baby circle.
Azumi versus Natsuko Tora.
I don't give a shit.
Natsupoi versus Sayaka Karara.
Okay.
All right, Blue Stars A. Bozilla versus Ruaka.
A small circle. Again, it's the thing of I want to see Bozilla in this atmosphere.
All right. She's Bozilla. Ami Sarai versus Aya Sakura.
Sure.
Miyu Amasaki versus Akira Kuragane or Yuri Hime.
Impossible to. I don't know who these. These are trainees. I don't know who these people are.
Saida versus Seriano.
I think that's a circle. I think it's a moderately sized circle.
I thought that was a pretty comfortable circle
out
of all these matches I've said. Momo Kogo versus Momo Watanabe.
Battle of the Momos.
Yeah.
I think that's a small circle.
Hanako versus Rana Yagami.
Whatever.
Hina versus Suzuki.
I'm a whatever on that.
And Sari versus Konami.
I think I'm like a small, moderate circle.
Yeah, that hurts me that the world we live in is a moderate circle and a Sari match, but it's true.
Yeah. Well, look, I didn't choose this world. The world chose me.
Amen, brother.
Down the line, they have some Korakuen Hall shows. Day 6, this is August 6th in Tokyo in Korakuen Hall. Matches are as follows. We have some small, big circles around here, Scotty. So get your pen ready. You want me to get my pen ready?
Oh, you want me to do circles now? You're very.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
I know you were upset I didn't get to do any circles.
I know you like to do it. We all like doing the circles.
Yeah.
So get that pen ready. Sai Kawatani versus Hanan. That's a big circle for me, brother. That's a big old circle for me. Mei Sarah versus B Priestley. I think that depends on B Priestley.
I mean, if anyone's gonna get a good match out of B Priestley, it's Macer is definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, but again, like I said, I think that goes to like B Priestley's performance.
I'm still not circling it. I just want the world to know.
I think that's a pending circle, if you will. That's an ellipses. That's a bunch of dots.
Sure.
Azusa Nabi versus Yuna Mizumori.
I will circle that because they'll probably have like a 6-minute sprint that I'll enjoy more than
high speed indeed.
High speed.
Azumi versus Rina.
Nice size circle there. Thank you. Nice size circle.
Sayaka Karara versus Natsuka Tora.
Kill me.
Sorry, Sayori Anu versus Bozilla.
Yeah, I'll give that a circle.
Ami Sourei versus Ruaka. Rana Yagami versus Momo Watanabe.
I'll give it a little circle. They'll kick each other.
Hina versus Konami. Puts the pen down.
I just realized what the last one was after that, so I was like, I don't need the pen anymore.
Suzu Suzuki versus Hanako.
They booked one Korakuen Hall show mid-tournament. The playoffs are also in Korakuen, but they booked one Korakuen Hall mid-tournament. They said, "We don't need Sari on this card."
Yeah.
Why don't you just punch me in the face?
They do have
punch me in the goddamn face.
They do have does they do the Yokohama Budokan? What is this?
Yeah, they like to throw that in the middle of these tournaments.
That's the second to last day of tournament play.
Yeah. That's Sari versus Momo, so shout out.
Yeah, they also do KBS Hall.
Versus
KBS Hall a couple days after the Korakuen Hall show, and that has Sari versus Suzu Suzuki. That's interesting.
Yeah, sure does. It sure does.
I mean, very last night, let's say that all of these are in play to be, points of who will be in the playoffs and all these sort of stuff. This is day 11, August 17th. Sai Kamatani versus B Priestley.
Yeah, that's a win for B Priestley if I've ever seen one.
That's a circle for sure. Probably a win for B Priestley. You're probably right. Hanan versus Yuna Mizumori. Lady C versus Waka Tsukiyama. Who cares?
Waka Tsukiyama versus Bea Priestley is truly my least like that match. That match is dread for me.
Yeah. Starlight Kid versus Natsupoi. I mean, that's a big old circle.
That might be to get in for both of them. Azumi might be in and one of those two might be out.
That's a good point. Because it is also going to be Azumi versus Sayaka Karara. So that could just be a potential to knock her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Rina's actually definitely in because she's off this day.
Yeah. And then Rian and Tomiaka Inaba as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Other side of things. So I guess from there we're saying maybe it's probably Azumi, maybe Rina, and then a decider between Kid and Natsupoi. Maybe a decider between Kamatani and B Priestley. I think that's potentially is there as well.
That'd be crazy.
I think
maybe for B. Maybe for B.
Lady C and Waka Tsukiyama feels like that's a who gives a shit match.
That feels like a who actually gets a win.
Hanan versus Yuna Mizumori. That feels like it's going to matter. And then who?
I don't think all of these are going to matter, but yeah.
Then Mei Sarah and Inaba are the only ones not on this show, I believe, in that block.
Yeah.
Probably one of them is going to go in as well. Blue Stars Block A, Sai Ida versus Akira Urara, depending on who wins.
For his life.
Miyu Amasaki versus Aya Sakura, and Ami Sarai versus Bozilla. The only people that are not wrestling in this block appear to be Ruaka and who else? Oh, I gotta scroll back to find out. I can't find it, so I'm giving up. I don't know who else, but someone else will be in this. And then B will be Suri versus Momo Kogo, Hina versus Hanako, and Rana Yagami versus Suzu Suzuki. This last night is not the most interesting. And the
No, because it's not the last night.
Well, yes, it's the last, but that's okay. But that's the point of this. I guess what we've been talking about with all these tournaments. The main event of this show is 100% Sai Kamitani versus B Priestley, obviously, right?
Yes.
But like this is the last night of regular play action, and there's a lot of like chum in here. You know what I mean? Of just like whatever matches, and it is like, oh, this should matter a little bit more, and it's like you're right. This doesn't matter as much because the top 3 of all of these 4 blocks are then going to have another mini tournament. It's the thing that I said this about the G1. I've said this about other tournaments in the past. What's the point in watching every single one of these round robin matches when after all of this, we're going to have a mini tournament at the end?
Hey, I agree.
Just do the mini tournament or just do the round robin. Pick one.
No,
Don't do
I
both.
agree. They do it to sell extra tickets. Play it simple. That being said, might give me better Sari matches. So,
yeah. I mean, if you are a winner of this tournament, let's say, right now, instead of wrestling all of these matches, Scotty, you now have to wrestle 3 more matches, or 2 more matches.
Yeah. So you have to wrestle. If you win the tournament, you've wrestled 10 tournament matches. Well, no, you can either 9 or 10 because technically, whoever's in the first seed gets a bye.
Yeah. Versus, in a normal block structure, you would probably have what 8 matches plus 1 or 2.
I miss my old form.
Or 6 matches, 7 matches or whatever, and plus 1 or 2.
The 5-star Grand Prix, when the final night was, you get in on the final night, you fight, you have the finals the same night. That was always the most special show to me. That was always my favorite show of the year. And it is no longer even remotely that anymore. It's now we have the final night, then we have a tournament, and then we have the finals. Sorry, no, that's not even true. Is that true? No, it is now. Wait, no, it's not true.
Pick one, Scotty.
So you have to, okay, I miscounted. So say you are the 2nd seed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Say the 2nd seed of one of these blocks. So you wrestled 7 matches.
Yeah.
To get there. You then have to win 2 matches on the next night.
Yep.
Okay?
Part of the tournament.
And then you have to win the semifinals on the final night and then the finals.
Yeah. So that's what, 11 matches?
Too much.
It's 11 matches.
Yeah, that's 11 matches. That's too much. 11 matches when you have 32 people in a tournament to begin with. I like simplicity to my tournaments. I like 2 blocks. I like you fight till the end. You make the actual tournament matches count. Then once you win or lose, guess what? You're in the finals. Plain and simple. I don't know why this became a thing. In every tournament, too. This isn't just the Stardom one. They copy this from New Japan. Because New Japan does this now.
Yeah.
But at least New Japan went back to 2 blocks.
Yeah, it's a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier.
Like I want one or the other. Instead, I'm getting all of it.
Literally, Scotty, you watch the entire tournament, and then when you're done with the 5-star, you have 2 more nights of action where across those 2 nights you get to watch. You get the opportunity to watch 11 more matches.
I know. That's why I'm just praying Sari's in them. It pisses me off. I haven't even had the preview like this in full, so this is my first preview and my first realization of like now looking at it and dissecting it, and it just makes me upset.
Yeah. It's the thing we talk about every single time, and it's the worst here because of the 4-block structure, where it is literally
it's
like
so much worse because of 4 blocks.
It is. And I say this all respect to you, what you do, and what people and maybe even fans of Stardom, but it is truly, I feel this way. What is the point in watching this entire tournament when I will have to watch
There is none.
11 matches at the end of it?
Oh, there is
Who
none.
wins.
Most people can miss it. Most people can miss it.
You could probably skip this entire tournament, watch maybe some of the pick out some good matches, and then just watch the playoffs, quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals.
There's literally no reason to watch half the field's matches in terms of like specific wrestlers.
And I can probably bump that up way higher to at least 75.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just keeping it, basic at half. And that's a problem. That is a problem. I'm going to be watching 2 Joshi tournaments at the same time. One is literally half of this one. Literally, in terms of people. It's insane. And the thing about the playoffs is like I like it from a sense of, I'm going to get some cool matches at the end. I don't like it in the sense of it's not needed. Is not needed. You wrestle in a 32 block tournament, you should be wrestling the other person from the other blue block. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you should get to the semifinal or the final, whatever. Oh, just to the final. That should be your semifinal by default.
You should be the best of these 4 blocks.
Right.
Then it's the best of block A of blue, best of block B of blue, wrestle each other.
Right.
Or maybe, or you swap it or whatever.
Instead, if you come in third in your block, you still have a chance to win the tournament.
That is upsettingly crazy. Pointless.
Yeah. And you can multiply that 4 times because there's 4 blocks and that happens for 4 different people.
Yes.
It's not good.
I'm
not going to sit here and defend it because the tournament, the moment it went from, somehow it got worse. Somehow it went from 28 to 32.
Yeah.
In a year, they lost Tam Nakano, Mina Shirakawa, Shuri, Micah, and Mayu Iwatani. Duh. Like in a year, they lost all that. They were like, why don't we go up? And by the way, Hazuki's not in this tournament. Like, why don't we go up?
Is Koguma even in this?
No, FWC is not in this
Koguma,
tournament. I know, but like, she's not in this tournament either. FWC is not in it.
Like, especially Koguma, which is like, look, I'm not a big fan of Koguma, but obviously an extremely good hand to have, especially with a lot of these younger people.
Like, Hazuki's going to be wrestling in Sendai Girls next month. That is what she's doing. She's not here.
Are they both okay, you don't have to answer this. You don't have to answer this. Are they both going out the door soon? Is that what this is?
They should have already been out it.
I think that's a good enough answer for now, Scotty.
I can't stress this enough. Does everyone remember the stuff with Hanan and Hazuki? Can you figure out what's real now? Like, ever since then, they've done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just there on some of these shows.
Yeah.
As someone said, Hazuki's like a corpse here, but when she's everywhere else, she's lively as hell.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't leave in March/April, I'm going to be upset.
It's based on what you're describing and everything. It sounds like it's not. They're going to leave, or at the very least, Suzuki. Which, if she leaves, goes to like Marigold or something, that's a good trainer. You know what I mean? That's a good wrestler. Any company would be.
Hazuki.
Any company would love to have Hazuki. Any company, I think, would love to have Koguma.
Hazuki at her best is one of the very best on the planet. It's not even up for debate.
Was it this year, the Mercedes Moné match?
It was in December. I keep bringing this up. Somehow Stardom watched that match get the rave reviews it did. Somehow they watched Suzuki have that match with Mercedes Moné. It won women's match of the year on like the Fightful Awards. It got high praise all these different places, right? It was like comfortably a match that ranked top 3 for a lot of people, at least in terms of women's wrestling matches on 2024. And they said, all right, you're done. That's what's happened. And I don't even know if it was them that said that, but certainly someone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
let me just say, I'm not happy about it.
Anyways, lock in for Scotty's daily startup
Ah!
5-star updates.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, luckily, it's not every single day, but it is.
It's pretty damn close though.
Yeah,
Like,
multiple days a week for 2 months.
yeah, 1 month. This is only 1 month. It starts on the 27th and it ends the 23rd of August, so it's only a month.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot. It's a lot of matches per day. I'm doing 2 tournaments at the same time, so obviously I'm gonna go insane as is. But I'm hoping for the best. There's
mean,
still
you
a lot of
gotta-
wrestlers I like.
You
you
gotta
know?
hope for the best.
I gotta hope for the best. The funny thing is, I'm naturally more positive on Stardom this year than I was last year by a lot.
Mhm.
By a
I think
lot.
last year was a lot more like the hectic
Yeah.
craziness, and that has
Yeah,
calmed
for
down to
sure.
a certain degree.
But like, I have recognition, but the tournament structure is just upsetting to me.
It's bullshit and dumb, and I hate them. I hate them every single time. It is literally just
Like, I hated when the G1 was 4. I'm gonna hate Stardom when it's 4. It has nothing to do with the actual company or it's just this roster should not be a 32-person field.
Well, Scotty, you say it's not necessarily this company. We do need to also acknowledge it's not just 4 blocks. It's not just 11-match tournament at the very end. But based on this company's output of tournaments, especially last year's 5-star Grand Prix, that adds a whole other layer of creativity concerns I have with this tournament.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a great point.
Like how the Cinderella tournament, like we talked about that these past couple years of
That's the reason this is 32 people, by the way, because they made the Cinderella tournament rookies. So now we have to put everyone in this tournament instead.
Including
I don't know how that was a good math problem to solve.
Including some rookies.
There's one outsider, and it's Sari, and she's IWGP Women's Champion. At least last year, I was not asking for her back, but at least last year, like, they brought in Anna Jay. Like, they brought in someone from a partnership. They brought in Manami from Sendai Girls. They brought no one in besides Bea Priestley.
Give me Queen Aminata, and look, for my own funness, give me Queen Aminata, put in her match of put her in the same block as Lady C, just so we got the tall girls fight. But because Queen Aminata would actually rule in Stardom, and I think she could learn a lot by being in the 5-star.
She's loyal to Marvelous though, so I don't know if she'd even go. That's where she
Well,
trained.
Maybe she can feud in Marigold then.
I think there's an entire AEW contract that makes sure that won't happen.
That's a fair point. But yeah, I have big concerns with the block and just sort of the structure, the tournament at the end, the creativity. We'll see how it goes. You can follow along more daily with Scotty. And then we'll
watch me go into insanity.
Listen as Scotty slowly loses his mind. It really has to be good. It really has to be good. My fear is that it won't be good, and I will end this. Cut back to me in August, Scotty, in next month, and I'm just like, kind of like, my concern is just sort of like, fuck this tournament. I'm not watching these tournaments anymore until things change. Because last year was rough. And
last year had one good block.
Yeah, and
one great block to be.
And this year it's more convoluted and bullshitty.
Yeah, this year it's more evened out.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Because like last year when Blue Days came around, I was in pure dread. I was like, I don't want to watch these shows because Saya Kamitani had not figured out how to be a heel yet, so that was
rough.
Oof. And you know, I'll never forget Tekla versus Saya Kamitani as long as I live. That match broke me. But this year, like, there is like it's more, there's more depth per block, but it's like, okay, but you added more people per block to begin with, so like it just, yeah, I'm gonna go insane. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I guess that leads us into the plugs. Match of the week, Scotty. Obviously, a big plug is the Stardom daily update, 5-star stuff. Want to tell people where to watch that?
Yeah, we got a lot of content. I've counted up how much content starting today I'm dropping on my YouTube channel in the next 2 weeks alone. Would you like to give a number? Would you like to guess a number? Right. Amount of videos I'm uploading to my YouTube channel in the next 2 weeks starting today.
Oh, in the next 2 weeks, I'll say about
Beginning
15.
today. 11.
Well,
We don't kick in too high. 15
Price is Right
sounds.
rules. I'm a loser.
15, I would maybe die. But yeah, youtube.com/@ScottEWrestling.
Are you counting Ring Post Radio as part of it? Because in a way, you are also doing that.
No, that's just uploads on YouTube. I'm not counting anything I'm doing outside of YouTube, which if we do, we get to 15, buddy. All right, so here we go. Today I'm releasing a beginner's guide to Marigold. If you want to get into the promotion right before the Dream Star, I think there's no better time to jump in than right now. And you can learn about the roster, the titles, the rivalries, the stories, the matches to watch from its history, and so on and so forth. I put that all together. It's about an hour long. Definitely check that out. Like I said, right before the Dream Star. It's good timing. This week, I'll have the 5-star Grand Prix full-on preview dropping on there as well. Let's break down each block a little bit more than me just going psycho on this podcast.
That's what this
We'll
podcast is for.
Of course. We'll talk about each. We'll celebrate the things worth celebrating. We'll not celebrate certain other things. And we'll ultimately talk about who should win the tournament, things like that. What else? Every Friday, my podcast is on there, so get into it. Next Sunday, obviously, I'll be here for Ring Post Radio, but that will kick off the daily 5-star Grand Prix recordings of each show. So that one will be 16 matches reviewed in one recording. Oof. But hey, that starts off a run, and then the weekend after that, the Dream Star starts. So we'll be doing it for that as well. So lots of content going there. Each and every day there's a show. I will be recording some sort of audio and uploading it. Don't ask me how quickly. I don't want to answer that because I don't know. But if whatever day the shows come out, that's the day the recording will get up one way or the other. I will not be able to watch really any other wrestling once both are going on. So good luck to me, I guess. And
We'll do the best we
my
can.
my match of the week, can't be Kenton Kano now. What was this week? Oh, I'll do the Sari as a main event. Sari and Takumi Roha versus Saya Kamatani and Natsuko Tora.
Was it good?
Thank you. Yeah, it was. Saya and Sari are gonna have the biggest Joshi match of the year sooner than later. And
bigger than Tam and Saya Kamatani?
In my heart, yes. In everyone else's heart, probably not.
And
probably those are the two big stars.
Financially, we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, financially it's a little different, but I think they might put both titles on the line and things like that and make it big and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe it won't be this year, maybe next year. I don't know. Anyways,
could be December.
Could be December. I would have Sari win the tournament.
My match of the week. You're going to be shocked by this, Scotty, potentially. I don't know if you will be shocked or if you won't. But I don't.
AEW?
No. Dragon Gate. Main event, Kobe World. Shun Skywalker versus Yamato for the Open the Dream Gate title. Pretty good. Pretty good.
4.25? I haven't seen it.
4.25.
4.25.
I thought it was really good. And I'm, you know me, I tried my best earlier this year and I kind of gave up, threw in the towel. I heard great things, watched it, and as somebody that somewhat parachuted in, 4.25. Great match. Really enjoyed it. Really great match. Check out Kobe World main event.
That's definitely a shock. I was not expecting that.
I know you weren't. Plugs. Follow us on social media. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel wherever you get YouTube. Leave a 5-star review. Here's a fun call to action. Just like tell someone, like a friend that you know that watches wrestling, just like tell them to check out Ring Post Radio. You know, I was like thinking recently about like how do I get recommendations for podcasts, and a lot of it is like not through social media for me. A lot of it is like someone telling me,
sure.
or just like legitimately me searching out wrestling podcasts on the Apple Podcast app. So I don't know, just like literally recommend it to one person. You know, just go out and say, hey, go check out Ring Post Radio. It's a fun listen. These guys are insane and crazy and stupid.
Just shove them over. Hey, listen.
Hey, just snap and point. Hey, you know, just point them our way, and we'll handle it from there. That's my recommendation. That's our call to action plug. That is it, I think, for this week's episode of Ring Post Radio. We will be back next week for sure, I believe. I don't think there's anything going on, or we have to miss.
Well, the 5 stars that day, so we may need to figure out a time, Chief.
That's a good point. Do we have to do? I think I'm good. I think I'm in the clear to do a Ring Post Radio nights if you want to do that. Checking on my calendars. Yeah, I mean, if we need to do Ring Post Radio nights next week, we can do that as well. But that's let me know how your calendar is. But other than that, what are we going to talk about? Boom, boom, boom. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. Probably more G1 Climax. We're going to review Slammiversary.
We're going to preview the Slam.
We're going to get previewed and review double slams, Slammiversary and SummerSlam. It's going to be a big Ring Post Radio Summer Slammiversary next week.
We're slamming.
We're bringing you to Slam Town. You, me, John Morrison, going to Slam Town. Summer Slammiversary next week. More G1, maybe a little 5-star little talk on night 1 opening. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything else.
That's it. That's it, Chief.
Well, there's probably some of those Noah shows that may be happening, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry, positive. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Summer Slammiversary next week. So until next week, we'll talk to you all later. Have a good week, and of course, enjoy your bagels.